guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna and today we're back with another episode of the Not So Berry Challenge. Hey guys, here we are at Pepper and Danielle's wedding. Oh, welcome, you're all invited. I'm just really happy with how it's going. Looks like Pepper went for a salad and our girl Danielle went for some pudding. We're gonna hear one more toast, and before our guests get a little bored, I think it's about time that these girls get married. We invited over a bunch of our guests, but you guys will see that in just a second. Oh wait, I had more to say. That went a little fast in my opinion. I was just about to say a couple things, but now these girls are officially married, and might I say this is quite a beautiful picture. I just want to stand still at this moment because it could either be one of a kind and we're never gonna see Pepper getting married again, or this is going to be a wedding to never forget. These are some of our girls' friends. So if we go to Pepper, this is Pepper's, I wouldn't say it's her friend, but this is a sim one of you guys made called May, and Pepper met her when she went to buy some art, and now I think they're pretty decent. I mean, they're not friends. Invited over May to come to her wedding, and May showed up. Such a lovely girl. Can't wait to become better friends with her. Then we have our two witches, Nerissa and Sharon, the good witch and the bad witch. Pepper really likes these two people. I don't think it's necessarily for who they are. It's more for the color that resembles mint. It's a very green mint, but it's mint, okay? Sandy is another person that Pepper kind of knows. Not really, it's not really friends, but she sent an invitation out anyway. She wanted everyone to come and spread the joy, I guess. And then this is Cameron Lee, who is Danielle's friend, and she invited over one of her closer friends, Callista and Kaylin, but both of them did not show up, which is kind of unfortunate because it is a big moment in Danielle's life as well. You know, she's getting married to her love, and her best friends are not here. I'm thinking there might be something more behind that, but who knows, we'll see. An anxious poop. Shia has been holding it in for quite a while now, but it's become unbearable, so she's gonna go do that. To Pepper, I can't believe a sim like me actually tied the knot. I wonder if I can stick to it. This does not bid very well for our girls. See, I knew that Danielle was a romance sim, but because she really wanted to be with Pepper, I kind of just assumed that maybe she wouldn't see it as a bad thing. But in the end, it turned out that you can't change who someone is, no matter how well you treat them, no matter how much you try to change the person. If they are not into marriage, there's nothing you can do besides, well, obviously forcing them. But it doesn't end well. Nerissa and Sharon are having some beef. I should have seen this coming, honestly. They're literally polar opposites, and there's nothing more than Nerissa enjoys than making the life of Sharon hell. And Sharon is a nice girl, and she tries to do the right thing. Like, you know, it ain't gonna happen. These two are not the best of friends. Pepper really knows how to choose her friends, and might I say, Pepper also knows how to style herself. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let me just have her get a plate of salad. I know she's been eyeing that salad for a while now. She's been wanting to eat it. I've been trying to make her not do it just for the sake of actually getting married. But, you know, she's married now, so let her eat all the salad that she wants while we watch these two make incredible amounts of beef. I also have to explain something else. I actually witnessed Pepper being kissed by Sandy, and first I was a little confused. I was a little scared as well. I thought, oh no, Pepper is not as loyal as I thought she was or would be. A little looky in her relationships panel, and it says that she is a bit attracted to her, but there's no romantic like romantic intentions going on. There's no crush, there's no love, there's nothing. So what I'm guessing is that these two indeed had their first kiss, and maybe it was a kiss on the lip. I don't necessarily think there were bad intentions behind it. Sandy tried to show some good spirit and gave her a kiss on the lips, more as a congratulations, you're getting married kind of thing, and not as a I want to, you know, suck your peen. Well, she doesn't have one, but you know, if she could later. Yeah. It was 2 a.m. The girls were having a good time, and despite that everyone doesn't necessarily like each other, know each other, they're all having a wonderful time. I kind of want Danielle to come in and join as well, because this is pretty much a lot of fun. I love seeing a bunch of Sims just no, she's done. It is crazy. Oh my god. I think we're having a great day. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is definitely a great party. I hope that the party in general will have a good score, because they have been making a lot of beef, and I'm kind of worried that this amount of beef is going to cause our party to be less great than it could be, but who knows. I'm not so sure about this wedding party. May is crying in the bathroom. These two are still having beef. Pay your bills, so let's just go ahead and do that. No, it's a bit random to pay your bills in the middle of the night on your wedding, and why are the guests taking shower at my house? Real dud. I don't think we're gonna get a good score no matter how much I try. I want to see if I can improve the quality of our party just by doing some friendly interaction. Oh, it kind of feels impossible. I think it should definitely be possible. Let me try and work my magic. That was a terrible wedding party. What a complete disaster. Final score? Snoozer. So the morning has come, and that party was absolutely horrendous. We got a bad score. What a dud of a wedding. I hope this isn't an omen. And maybe it is an omen. Who knows? It's quite too early to tell. Pepper is actually late because of this, and she's really not planning on taking a break from work. She's not going to come late. She does, however, want and needs to get a shower. It is very important to her that she does. She's not going to skip a one morning without a good scrub it up. You know how she is by now. She'd rather be late, though she doesn't want to be late, but if she had to choose, she'd rather be squeaky clean and have her entire house organized before coming into smelling like garbage. It's not a good look. Pepper doesn't have much more time to, well, take care of herself, but she took a shower. She feels a bit more refreshed. She's not gonna stay away from work, not even after being up all night taking care of their guests who hated the party, so it wasn't even for the good, but whatever. Pepper had fun, and that's all that matters to her. So now she's gonna go off to work and do whatever she wants to do. I'm not sure, maybe we might be up for promotion, which is, it's great news. Danielle is having a bit of a sleep in, and I forgot to turn I was gonna say the microphone. How is it a microphone? The radio off and get her going. She also wants to go and take a shower, but first I think I'm going to have her take care of some of the household chores for once. You know, I'm trying to leave it to Pepper so she can get another cleaning skill. I think I've explained this before, but in case you guys are new here, I want to give Pepper all the skills there are, or every skill that she needs, but in order to do so, I want them to feel natural, and I don't want her to study for them. So things like cleaning, I want her to take care of all those chores, like all those cleaning chores, because that's the most natural way I can think of cleaning the house. Usually I leave it up to Pepper, but I'm actually having Danielle do it this time because I think, you know, now that they're married, maybe they do need to split it up a little bit, and I can't really have it, you know, be. So for this time, it's fine. Like, Pepper's a bit tired anyway, so let's give the girl a break. Let's also clean up this cup, and let's clean the toilet as well. Let's just have a general cleaning session. Maybe it's not just therapeutic for Pepper, it could also be therapeutic for Danielle. Also, two other things I haven't really talked about, which I will talk about in just a second, but I kind of want to see what is up with our girl. Danielle is still a bit of a mystery to me, But before I get into before I get into the things that are new with her, let me just talk you through some of the old. So she went to work one day and then she got fired, and it became a really, really bad memory for her. You know, she wants to become a rock star, a rock god, and being fired from your job isn't exactly the way to go, you know, like that's not how you're gonna become a rock god. That's how you're going to become nobody, or at least nothing you want to be. She doesn't want to have a 9-to-5 job that just pays well and just, you know, it's just generic. She wants to have what she wants. She wants to have her dream. She wants to follow her dream. She's not going to settle for less. So she hasn't obviously picked out another job or picked up another job. She's still kind of debating what to do. Now, funny enough, when she got fired, she still had a job. So I actually had to go in and intervene, I suppose, and make her quit her job as well. I only did this because her job didn't disappear after she got fired. I figured it was a bug, so this is why she has a great memory for that. And then, of course, she got married to Pepper, which was a bad thing, I guess, or maybe not a bad thing, but a regret. She never wanted to get married, and then obviously a bad party. Pepper had to make this video about herself again, so let's just read this. While reading through some of her team's reports, Pepper realizes that one of her researchers has inadvertently stumbled upon a new lithium isotope. Practical applications of the isotope in devices such as atomic linear accelerators and staplers will be worth a fortune. So it is that Pepper finds herself with a bit of a conundrum. Ethics would obviously say that she should inform the researcher of his own discovery and advise him how to proceed, but practicality says no one ever got ahead in the world of science by sticking to the rules, and Pepper could easily claim the discovery herself without anyone being the wiser. Pepper is not the type of girl that would steal anything. Pepper wants to be recognized for whatever the fuck she does herself. She doesn't need anyone else to do things for her, you know? She's not going to hide behind someone else's discovery. So she's going to go and inform. All right, let's have a looky. Pepper calls the young researcher, can't talk lately, into her office and, wait a minute, Pepper calls the researcher into her office? Pepper has an office? Girl, she's higher up than I thought she ever was. The researcher isn't sure what to do, but Pepper directs him to a few of the bits she's highlighted and then to a section of the periodic table, then back to the report. And the fledgling researcher's eyes lit up. I've discovered a new isotope, and it's a good one. Pepper smiles, and the researcher thanks her profusely, saying he could have never done it without her. He further promises to give her percentages from the proceeds of the first technical patient. And by the end of the day, Pepper has a check in her hands for... Pepper got 7,000. Oh my god, girl. If that does not give us a promotion, I don't know what. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Pepper, you've outdone yourself. Oh my god, I'm so happy for her, girl. Let's talk more about Pepper. If talking was a gift, I'm definitely not gifted. I have definitely not, how can you miss this? Miss the fact that we now own a cat and a raccoon. Or actually, I don't think it's a raccoon. I think it's a skunk, which explains more as to why he looks like that than he actually being a raccoon. Good story. One day, Pepper had her doors wide open and in came Mrs. Smittens. And ever since she came inside, she's not left the house. It's that simple. One day she did, however, disappear for a little bit, and when she came back, she brought a little friend. In comes Mr. Rocco. And Rocco is a skunk, and it's kind of perfect. No cat or no pet more perfect for Pepper than something odd. So having a raccoon, I said a raccoon again, it's a flipping skunk. Having a skunk as a pet is definitely, it suits Pepper so incredibly much. So now Mrs. Smittens and Rocco live together with Pepper and Danielle, and I'm honestly not sure if they're here to stay forever, but Pepper's fine with having company, and she's always wanted a company, and she feels like having a pet that just kind of like goes off and disappears on its own is actually a pretty cool pet to have. She feels like she has to take care of it less than a normal pet, and it feels kind of like a in-between cat. In-between cat, in-between pet. I swear I shouldn't be doing YouTube anymore. I'm getting so old that I can't talk anymore, which is, what the heck is he doing? Danielle, however, isn't really so sure about this. See, when Pepper is at work, ever since she's been fired, she's been having to take care of these pets, and having a wild animal in your house does cause for some problems. I mean, he barely knows how to use his crouch pose, and I can imagine it's a skunk. I'm also not sure of the oddness of it all, having a freaking skunk as a pet. It's definitely not her first choice. She did want to get a pet for Pepper. They talked about getting a kitten, and it's still something that Danielle really wants, but now she's kind of afraid that if she brings in another pet, it might get her into some odd situation. Now, Pepper is coming home in a few hours, and there's one thing that's been bothering her for quite a while. Why did 𝑐𝑎lysta and why did 𝑘aylin, I guess I could say, why did the girls, her friends, why did they not show up at her wedding? Why were the two people that mattered the most not around when she really needed them? Especially 𝑐𝑎lysta. She and 𝑐𝑎lysta have been best friends for so long, and all of a sudden she doesn't pick up her phone, and she's nowhere to be seen after announcing that she's getting married. It's almost like there was something going on that we don't know about, but that 𝑐𝑎lysta knew. We have yet to figure out what it is. Danielle wants to go on a date, and she also wants to be friends with 𝑐𝑎lysta. I want to assume that they were friends at one point, and maybe they drifted apart, because I've always been seeing them together and talking together, so how could they not be friends? But maybe she really wants to strengthen her bond, maybe make the bond more real. That's what I'm going to guess it's all about. Also, Danielle packed on a few pounds. I think living with Pepper has some advantages. New curves she's gained. Look at how well she's been filling her clothes these days. I think I'm actually going to do something. I am going to ask 𝑐𝑎lysta on a date. And yes, that is a bit strange, but I like to say that dates don't necessarily have to be romantic, so we're just going to interpret this as a romantic date. Or maybe instead of a date, it should be an outing. But you know what? She wants to go on a date, so why bother making a group? Let's just ask her out on a date. Let's just do so and see whatever she says. Let's also go to a lot and let's bring the car. Pepper came home from work. Danielle is kissing her wife. I can't believe they're actually married now. She's kissing her wife. Welcome home, I guess. And of course, Pepper is asking Danielle where she's going. You know, she never really goes anywhere. I mean, she hasn't been anywhere for a while. It's not unusual to go somewhere, don't get me wrong. She's not jealous or afraid that Danielle's gonna run off, but she's just curious. Like, this girl is a homeboy, a homegirl, a homebody, I think is the word I'm looking for. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Danielle's about to go on a date with 𝑐𝑎lysta, but right before she leaves, she has to make out with Pepper first. I can't believe this. She is, unless Pepper seduced her. Did Pepper just seduce her? Or what? Or like, girl, you don't want to leave because, like, look at them. And Pepper is trying to seduce her into staying home. Pepper, you are trying so incredibly hard. Oh my god. Where were you? I can't believe you stood me up. Don't call me again. Oh no. Danielle tried to call up 𝑐𝑎lysta, but 𝑐𝑎lysta is done with her. I guess she got really hurt from whatever just happened, and I honestly cannot believe that Danielle lost track of time and then got, I guess, seduced by Pepper and somehow forgot about her date plans. I'm actually kind of sad for her. Kind of bad for Danielle now. I really wonder what's been going on between the two of them. Pepper, on the other hand, has no idea what just happened. She wants to gain a skill point. She wants to teach him a command, so let's teach him come here. It's what she wants after all. She wants to also gain a skill point, serve some food. She has some very goal-driven goals, and I'm honestly not surprised because who put the phone on the floor? Who was that? I bet it was you, huh, Danielle? Just been lying on the couch, kind of moping about the whole situation. She is confused as heck, and I'm honestly not sure why. Because honestly, she just got married to the person that she likes them all. Look at how Mrs. Smittens is looking at Danielle. She's so cute. Everything is going well in Danielle's life. She is living together with the person she loves the most, and she just got married to the person that she loves the most. But after getting married, everything seems so hard to do. She's sad about everything. She's sad about getting married, and now she forgot about her friend, and her friend doesn't want to see her. Her friend didn't even come to the wedding. Her friends stopped calling her. It's just, there's so much happening right now, and I'm honestly not sure why it's happening. Why don't you want to eat, stupid cat? Once again, Danielle is crying. Though we gotta love Mrs. Smittens, how she's just looking up at Danielle as to say, what are you doing, woman? What is going on? I am actually going to end this part here. I think Danielle has been through enough, and I kind of want to know what you guys think about the situation. What do you guys think she's going through? Like, what do you think is happening with her and Callista? I also want to know what you guys think as to why they didn't come to the wedding. I think we can probably figure this out better together than alone. So that's that. I do think I'm eventually going to enroll her back into her career, but I want to give her some opportunities to meet some people behind Pepper's back, because it feels like she really needs to have a talk with some people, and it would cause some more drama if she had more free time to do so. Like, Pepper works every day, so there's plenty of time for her to do plenty of things. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye!